difficult to find a bike to cover it all. Some parts of the course are great for a mountain bike, some parts are great for a gravel bike. So you're going to want a bike I would recommend with bigger tires. Biggest tires you can fit into your bike, probably 45, something like that.
I can do that.
Very least.
I can do that, but I don't have the gearing like that. Like 30,
well,
31.
There's no shame in walking, man.
I don't want to walk.
Well, the funny thing was, when I was walking, I was passed by that dude who calls himself Ultra Romance. I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about. Oh. And it's like, oh man, he had really, really low 2x. It's like, I love that gearing. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, fantastic event. You'll have a blast. The day I did it, it was like, I saw all 4 seasons. It was cold, rainy, then it went beautiful sunshine. We had snow. It was a pretty epic, I don't like to use that word too much, but it was a pretty epic day, I have to say.
Okay. Well, Vic and I are actually headed out to Eroica this weekend, and
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Out of Paso Robles?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing riding there.
Where does that rank in terms of your California ability?
I honestly, that was my favorite California ride I've done to date so far. Now, I looked at some of the routes from Eroica, and I modified one just to make it a little bit shorter. I took some different roads, and my route was about 58 miles, I think, from memory. Are you guys doing the full Monty, so to speak?
97 miles.
Yeah.
I would as well. I didn't have time, but yeah, fantastic scenery. I mean, I didn't go to the coast, which obviously is the highlight, I think, of the ride. But the inland, some of the gravel roads were off the chart. I don't want to plug myself. I did shoot a video with the folks watching this in my YouTube channel. They can check out the video I have there from Paso Robles? How do you pronounce that?
Paso Robles.
Well, no, I hear some of the locals Robles, you know.
They're saying it wrong.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm an Australian bloke, so
you get a pass.
We're thinking Cambria, so
all right then.
Cambria.
Yeah, I'm very envious. So, are you riding a new bike or an old bike?
I'm going to ride my Canyon Grizzle gravel bike.
Okay.
So we're doing the Nova Eroica.
Okay, the new Eroica, yes. I have been fortunate. I rode the original Eroica in Italy. That was my number one bike ride in my lifetime. And I rode it on a vintage road bike. It's unbelievable.
Was that Tuscany?
What's that?
Was that Tuscany?
Tuscany, Siena. I rode it in 2016, I think it was. Amazing experience. Yeah. I mean, just ride it as a ride. Don't race it. It's so much fun.
Right. That's what I heard.
I rode a vintage bike, and you really get an appreciation of the new bike technology, like the gearing, the shifting, the pedals, everything, because you have to ride, if you are going to do the old vintage style, down tube shifters, no clicking, exposed brake cables, toe strap pedals, and I rode that for 220 Ks, and I had absolutely enough by the time I was finished. Amazing experience.
So we saw you at the Rock Cobbler, and Dick and I, we had our own opinion going in that this was going to be our first and last time we were doing it. It took a few days to unpack it, and we actually really loved it. And I can't understand why, but we really want.
Stop recording.
It's going to be mental.
Yeah, I'm already interviewing psychiatrists.
Yeah, the funny thing, about 7 miles from the end, there's that chute. I forgot what that part was called. It was like that canyon. You had to swoop around.
Oh, like Star Wars, something like that.
Yeah. I was going really good. What's that, mate?
You didn't like that? I thought that was great. I love that.
Oh, no, I was going well until I lost traction in the front wheel and crashed.
Yeah,
that was my problem. it was my fault. I screwed up completely. But I just didn't get it's all about flow.
You can't break. You just have to stay up on the top.
Well, I was riding Panoramic Gravel King SK tyres, which are my go-to tyre for most things, but I don't think they were the right choice for that particular part of the course. But, you have to run what you brung, so to speak. So
I had those Pirelli Centauro and no grip, and I didn't like them, but on that part they worked well because going down and they were great. But
so they were about 2% of the course.
Yeah, your equipment choice is never completely right on a ride like that.
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, just ride what you.
It's lagging, oder?
Yeah. With your videos, like I always notice, the sense of place is always very important, and touring the towns. I'm wondering, like a chicken and the egg thing. Like, was that like an interest before you got into cycling, or has it always come hand in hand?
Yeah, and I've always been fascinated with small towns. I love small town America, and also where I'm from, small town Australia. I don't know. It's the big cities are interesting, but the small towns, you get to know some of the people sometimes. You ride through, and they see a guy with a camera. I've met so many locals who come out and tell me the story, what's going on, and I haven't been able to put too many on camera because of the COVID thing. I started this idea of these videos probably about, I guess, 18 months ago, but I'm hoping to involve more local content, so to speak. But yeah, I enjoy showing the post office, the courthouse, that kind of stuff, and all the dirt roads in between. In fact, I am doing something very special next month with a certain entity in Oregon who kind of like my ideas for these videos, so it's working out.
I think that's, we focus so much on the events that sometimes we overlook the places. And I think a lot of us, 99% of the time, aren't racing. We're out riding. And I think that is something that we overlook, or a lot of cycling industry overlooks as part of the experience.
You mentioned, I was going to do a video of downtown Bakersfield, but unfortunately it was so hazy today when I was going to shoot the video, I just couldn't do it. But yeah, I love visiting downtowns, like I mentioned. I've shot a lot of downtown videos of just downtowns, and then other videos where I show small towns, me linking them together with dirt roads and so on. So it's my shtick. But I was inspired by another bloke who shoots, well, not these sorts of videos, but he's a British guy. He tours through Russia before things went crazy, and he would visit small towns in Russia, and I always found it very interesting, his documentary style. And I thought, I could do that with cycling because it's very similar interests. So that's kind of what got me rolling in this idea.
Somebody just asked, what's the Aussie guy's name?
Well, my nickname is Jon, but my first name is Jason. Jayson, I might add.
Well, I guess in Florida, the difference between like Florida and like California is like you run into these small towns a lot more frequently, whereas here it's probably a little bit more spaced out, and you're just happy to see a person.
Well, I don't know. I really enjoyed being isolated, I have to tell you, riding in California. I mean, I did some great rides, which blew me away in the Los Angeles area. A few folks, I guess, watching this video will know. I did a ride out of Agoura Hills and through some of I've forgotten the areas, but I ended up going through the MASH TV show set. I didn't know it was there. That was by a complete fluke. But I was blown away by those trails. Santa Monica Mountains is what I'm trying to think of. And, I mean, no one even knows, apart from local cyclists, know that exists. You've got Los Angeles and you've got these crazy trails. So it's almost like a cycling paradise. And there's that hashtag LA sucks for cycling, which is obviously not true. I mean, it's one that Victor knows what I'm talking about. I mean, and my good mate Phil Guyman, g'day if you're watching, he took me on this crazy ride, and we went up to the Hollywood sign on all these back roads and whatnot. So yeah, I did enjoy that. That was just like I don't know, you got a really crazy city and this unique and relatively unknown riding that's on the edge, so to speak.
That's our backyard. That's where we ride all the time.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you guys are very fortunate that exists because I don't think every big city has opportunities like that. I used to live in Tampa, Florida, and there's some good riding down there, but in the city, I can't say I know it that well to even comment. But LA is unique for sure.
Glad you enjoyed it because we do.
No, and the weather is off the chart, man. I mean, I've been to LA many times. I've only ever been there when it's rained. I think 3 days in a row. Every other day has been amazing. So I can see why guys enjoy living there.
No, I think we're pretty lucky. It's, we don't have stuff necessarily always just right out the door, but the Santa Monica's, the San Gabriel's, we're really close to a lot of like really great stuff out here.
No, I'm a member of your Facebook group, and I watch what gets posted. I'm very envious sometimes, believe me. I know the BWR is this weekend, isn't it, in San Diego, I think?
Yep.
Have you guys been?
I've ridden in San Diego. I've ridden part of the course, but I haven't done the event yet. It seems like a little large.
Yeah, it's not something I've been wanting to do, to be honest with you. I mean, it's very well known, obviously. I don't know much about it, so yeah, it's gotten pretty big. I'm not into big events as much as I used to be.
I think it was 4,000 starters last time out of San Diego.
Wow. 4,000 riders, oh my God. Yeah. I guess they're going to do a stagger start. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. If I don't go, I don't think I'll be missed. There's a lot of people there, but it sounds like it's an event you have to do at least once in your lifetime to say you've done it.
Well, especially if you're in California and you are Gravel Bike California, I think the onus is on you, Zach, to knock it out.
I will one day to say I've been waffled. Well, I am envious of the big beer they give you afterwards. I think that is a pretty nice a prize at the end. So that's a good thing because I once brewed my own beer and it was very fulfilling to actually drink the fruits of it and have something similar like that. That's a good idea. But yeah, there's a lot of other great events around here too because like we're doing a Roca this weekend.
Right. There is another event I rode, let me think, January, I think it was, a few years ago. It's called the Tranquilo Ride, and it's hosted by the Bonk Breaker guys, and it starts out of the Santa Monica Brewing Company. This was, I think I rode it 2018, and it goes up into all the roads you know in Santa Monica, etc. And I made a video of that. I wasn't doing handheld back then, but I have to look it up. But that was a tough ride. It was about 120 miles in the end from memory. It went down Pacific Coast Highway, then it went inland, and I don't know what happened after that, but it was a tough ride.
As a road ride or a gravel ride?
Gravel ride. It's called the Tranquilo Ride. It's kind of under the radar. I don't think it's well publicized.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing. You guys don't know about a ride I know about. Well, maybe it doesn't happen anymore. I don't know. But Bonk Breaker used to host the ride.
It's my road bike race.
Well, I'm trying to think. I did see some guys on road bikes there, but mostly it was gravel bikes. So if you Google it, you might find my website. You can check out the video. So,
all right. Let's go and see.
Yeah. The irony is, in the last 500 meters of that event, it was some dirt downhill. I crashed, and I've got it on video, and I slammed headfirst into the ground. I actually had a concussion, and I flew home the next day with a concussion. Don't do that, okay? I was very fortunate.
Well, Zach crashes pretty much every video, so we've got that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a stellar year. It's kind of like a leap year. Like every 4 years is kind of like the extra time.
I hope nobody watching this video crashes anytime soon, okay?